So there are a number of things that we do, from harvesting and banking your own stem cells for future use. Well, my favorite is available for most everyone is high dose ozone therapy, EBO2, where we actually do a full 5 to 7 liter blood exchange. Your blood goes through an actual dialysis filter, removing heavy metals, toxins, mycotoxins, yeast particles, viral particles, microplastics, and then the blood is supercharged with ozone. Then before the blood goes back in the other side, it goes through it's photomodulated, goes through 4 wavelengths of UV light, which further sterilizes the blood. The results are almost instantaneous. Most people feel a definite improvement in sense of well-being and energy levels, within minutes to hours after the treatment, and do it, 2, 3, 4 times a year for best outcomes. But the foundation has got to be hormone therapy and really looking at and establishing, I call it baking the cake. We got to bake the cake first, and that's fix whatever's wrong, whether it's simply DHEA and micronutrients, add in a little testosterone, progesterone, things that happen years before menopause, or if someone's in perimenopause or early menopause, we know the longevity factors are significant and decrease in overall mortality, decrease in risk of heart attack and stroke for women over 50. It's really a big deal. And so being aware of and having accurate diagnoses of where you are for whatever time or position it is in your life, and then making a plan from there. And then I call icing the cake things like peptide therapy. I love peptides. There's lots of different peptides, and people say, well, I've heard about it. I want to be on peptides. And I'm like, okay, great. Which one? Well, there's a lot. And so there's more than just being on peptides. We want to use specific things like the GLP-1s for weight loss, for finally breaking the insulin resistance cycle. And so we have keys to do that, ways to do that, testing for hormone levels, using peptides to increase the growth hormone levels, peptides to decrease inflammation, like BPC 157 with TB 500, peptides to improve sexual function dramatically, PT 141, bromanolide. And so there are a number of things that we use, from simply boosting someone's immune system to treating specific deficiencies. And so I call all of that icing the cake. We don't want to just put somebody on. Yes, there's a place for certain peptides that would probably help anyone. And I can make recommendations on how you can easily attain those. But for me, it's more of the icing on the cake. If you want the best health you can have, the highest level of vitality, the best overall sense of well-being, then we need to, set the foundation, establish proper hormone balance, and look at each and every specific peptide that may be beneficial. Certainly lifestyle, alcohol intake, smoking, exercise, sleep quality, it all counts. You can't just be an exercise fanatic and expect to feel better if you're eating tons of sugar and carbs and dessert, garbage at night, processed foods because you live alone and it's simple. Well, you got to make a commitment to do the right thing. And so it's not that hard to do. Once we establish, a little bit of discipline, and, within a week or two, it's called habit, and it becomes a positive thing. And so, I think that all of those things together can create an incredible state of health for any individual. So if you're interested in learning how to get started, one, take a look at my book, Beyond the Fountain of Youth, on Amazon. It's an Amazon bestseller, and I go through my journey A to Z on everything that's available, from red light therapy to peptides to stem cell banking. Click on the link below, aspen-regenerativemedicine.com, and talk to us. We'll send you out to get some labs done, ship you a kit to do some testing at home, perhaps, if you're depending on where you live, and then schedule a time for a telemedicine where we just sit like this and talk and find out really what's going on with you, where your interests lie, and what potential things that we can do to help you achieve the greatest state of health.